He's having me joke about your love life, and he's wanting me to say, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine, but he's like, no one's good enough for her.
Amen.
Which is true. That's funny. For some reason, they're showing me, okay. Refill the cup, but then it's, okay. It's all symbolic, so it's like a lot going on up here. Basically, the gist with this is they're having me acknowledge that in order to move forward in a way that's fulfilling romantically, we kind of either have to fish or cut bait.
Oh my God.
And that might be on both sides. And the feeling is if we're not game, then it's letting go of that individual's energy.
Because she's having trouble letting go of someone.
So it's kind of a feeling of like fish or cut bait. Just conclude it, basically, is the way this kind of comes in.
Yeah, definitely cutting bait on one.
There you go.
Cutting it.
Cut bait.
So that looks good. Regardless of who we do or don't have in our life in the present moment, they are giving me a name to keep in mind. It doesn't mean it's one soulmate, it just means it's a potential person. There's a reference to a James that's coming in.
Holy sh**.
And they're just having me bring up, like, think on that situation a little more, and that's all that comes in. So, just gotta keep in mind.
God, I would have the best looking grandkids in the world.
Something's going on in there.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh my God.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up, I'll try to connect you on a deeper level. We can explore love, health, career, family. If you have personal matters, we can talk about it all.
I don't know, I mean... Well, I mean, do I go there with the personal stuff, or...?
You sure can.
Okay, well, personally, I'm 36, trying to figure out that next step in my life. I've been with the same girl for 4 years, so... Cool. Where does that lead? That would be a good one.
This is interesting, let me see. I'm referencing to a residence change, so... So I don't know, this is weird. I don't know why this is coming through.
You're dead on, man.
That's all that's coming through, though.
Me?
That's all that's popping in, so...
That's wow. That's enough. I know exactly what that means.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. I'm gonna keep that to myself. That's all right? Is
No
that all
worries,
right?
completely.
Okay. All right, but that you are
cool.
100% dead on.
There's a reference to Josh.
Who?
Josh. There's reference to a Josh. Two things. There's reference to Josh, and there's reference to a J, and then I'm seeing the first initial of my name, which is a T. So I'm seeing JT.
There's a JT. Oh my God.
Bye, okay. Sorry about that. I didn't know that would fit.
Yeah, he's my ex.
Oh, okay.
Those two people down there are probably dying right now. Like dying. Just like I am. My armpits just got really, really sweaty, and so did other things under the pillow.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we'll.
No, go for it.
It's not bad. It's not bad necessarily. The only thing that's coming across intuitively is that I'm referencing to a relationship. I basically see this ending. Ultimately, I see this person being emotionally unavailable because they're with somebody else. There might be some regret around the fact that that situation.
On his end.
Yes, on his end, not on yours.
Totally, yeah.
Completely on his end.
Amen, brother. On to the next.
Exactly. The reason.
I'm not going back to him, right?
No.
On to the next.
If anything, he'll regret how that went.
Yeah, and I should not. I need to move forward. Just keep moving. Don't even return his emails or texts. Just keep moving forward.
I would agree. What I'm going to give you the opportunity to do, do you have any questions about your personal life? We can explore career, health, kids, family, relationships, whatever you're comfortable discussing. I'll let you ask any questions or if you have any upcoming opportunities you'd be curious about.
I guess I want to know if I'm going to find love again and if I'm going to have more babies.
What's interesting about this is that I'm either seeing a relationship with someone who has a record label, I'm seeing a record label. No. I don't want you to date a rapper.
No, I don't want to date a rapper anymore.
Get them away from me.
I feel you, but I'm like, record label.
I'm very attracted to creative people, so that's why they call me.
I feel you. Keep in mind a man with a T name. That's all I'll say. Okay. I believe that over the course of the next, basically, well, I'm seeing spring, but I do see an opportunity for 2 relationships. There's the T initial, and then I'm referencing to a man with a record label that's showing interest. So if you don't want to go the rapper direction, we'll avoid.
A man with a record label.
Record label, or would have a.
I could do record label if he owns.
If he owns a record label.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, that's what we're going for. I love it.
The first thing you said before we met Tyler is that you didn't believe if he really was gifted, if he was really true at his craft, because until he was accurate about what has happened in the past, would you believe him to ask him questions about the future?
Right.
So how do you feel now?
Right now, I'm going to ask him about the future because I believe you 100%.
100%?
Yes, 100% because everything he said about your relative, everything correct.
Yes.
So I believe the past already. Now only ask what about the future.
Yep.
Who's going to marry you?
My divorce papers aren't even like drying. The ink is still wet.
That's the future for, you know what I mean? You can tell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I just ask you, this is a random question.
Yeah.
But I've always been in that waiting area of deciding whether or not I want kids.
Sure.
And I'm going through a lot with my marriage right now. Do you think I'm going to be a mother?
That's a great question, and it's hard for me to definitively answer unless I see something to indicate it. But what I would say is I feel like over the course of the next 6 months, a lot of life moving forward is going to be about letting go of previous emotional trauma from relationships and being able to kind of focus on the future we want. And the only way to focus on the future we want is to let go of some of the stuff that's still clinging on from the past. This is a very transformational time for you, and when we can kind of get through that, then we can have that conversation. But right now it's kind of more about letting things go, not really bringing things on. Yeah.
I mean, no, that totally makes sense because I'm always being asked if I'm going to have children, and sometimes I don't want to, and then once in a while, of course, you wonder, you're only 38, like things could change. But I love that you said it, that it makes sense that in this transition of my marriage, I need to let go of that in order to see what's determined for me in the future. So
absolutely,
letting go. That's what I'm working on now.
So they are having me talk about love life. This is like it feels weird even to me. Let me look. You just want to make sure everyone's on the same page interpersonally. Like you want to make sure that your goals, in a career sense, are the goals of the people around you.
Yeah.
Especially in the most intimate senses. And it's just like the best thing you could do moving forward in your romantic life is to be able to let go of the energy you're holding on to from the past. So like even if you were to let go, amicably move away from a person, their energy still might be kind of in your headspace. Yeah. And that might affect other attempts at relationships. It's like we can say goodbye to a person, but if they're subconsciously on our mind all the time, they may as well be in the room with us. You know what I mean?
So true.
So just something to think about.
Right.
The people who are meant to be in your life will stay and will be staying with you because they understand your passion and what makes you happy and fulfilled.
Right.
Those who aren't meant to be in the situation won't stay because they're not meant to be. I just think like if we can consciously try to let go, try to have a sense of closure with it, then that'll open you up so much more freely to better things. And that's important.
For me to hear him talk about love life, and he really emphasized just like let go, is a big thing for me because I've been dating someone for 1.5 years and I found out that they had kind of taken advantage of what I did for a living and taken advantage of my finances. And that was a really hard thing for me to wrap my head around. I think that it meant a lot to me for him to say, let go. So to hear Tyler say that really validated a lot.